Sydney, it's arguably Australia's largest city, 5 million. There's a bit of a debate as to whether it's Sydney or Melbourne. Roughly both around 5 million population in the catchment area. Has a large heritage electric railway, which you can see there, which has got lots of loops upon loops and loops.
Yeah, loops all over the place. Yeah.
Yeah. Mostly operated by double-deck trains, as you may be aware.
Yep.
It's all standard gauge. Everything here is standard gauge. Sydney, Sydney has probably the largest program of works underway, and so the first one of those was in 2015, the Leppington line and the southwest, the purple and blue thing in the west there.
Down here, yeah.
But that was a new branch built out to a new housing estate in 2015, and that gets a 15-minute interval service into both into Sydney on the blue line, the T2, and also on the purple line, a cross city line up to the northwest there. You'll notice via Parramatta, which is not only the terminus of Australia's first railway, but also a major hub in itself, as you can sort of see.
Yeah, you can see that a lot of stuff is going in and out through there. Yeah.
So that's a major hub. So that was built in 2015. Then in 2019 was Metro Northwest. So that's that light teally coloured thing to Tallawong.
Oh yeah.
Centre there. So that opened. Yeah. Well, it actually only opened from Chatswood in 2019. That's an automated metro. That's the photo down the bottom of the screen there. Fully automated.
Yes.
Australia's first fully automated metro. It was built, maybe not for quite the right reasons. It was built by a Liberal, which in our term is Conservative government.
Yes.
And they were really attracted to the idea that it was driverless. Because but having said that, it's been a roaring success, and that again is a new housing estate out at Tallawong. It's high speed. The frequencies, like there's a 5-minute intervals.
Oh wow! Yeah.
And it's well, I mean, you know what?
Once you hit those frequencies, the numbers of people you're moving are enormous, and nothing can beat it. Like it's yeah.
The thing that really knocked my so when I rode that for the first time, I went out to Tallawong, and it would stop at every station. It's got the platform edge doors and everything. And it gets to Tallawong, it's the terminus. I thought, oh, well, I'll just stretch and scratch my bum and get out and have a look. It only stopped at the terminus about the same length of time
as a through station.
As a through station, before it headed off again. And to me, that was the first time I'd seen that. And that was when I clicked, this is not like an ordinary railway. This is something else.
And as we said, like for the most part, the driverless operation doesn't win you a huge amount in through stations. But one of the major benefits is at the terminus and turning trains around quickly, because that walking a driver from the one end of it to the other end of a 200-meter long train or whatever it is makes a big difference compared to the driver can still do that, but the train's already moving. The driver's just making a reasonably hefty pace through the train, but the train's already on its merry way back again. So that is a major benefit. It's Crossrail utilizes the same technology, albeit in a turn back a bit further on. So nice one. So as we continue, so that's the Metro Northwest.
That's the Metro Northwest. The next one was the City and Southeast Light Rail, which is in the south, the red lines to the southeast there. This was really returning modern trams to the streets of Sydney.
So here
they had, these are well-established, relatively affluent suburbs, quite affluent suburbs in the inner suburbs, near the beaches, to some of them there. Past universities and hospitals and all sorts of things. And importantly, through the heart George Street, which is the main thoroughfare in the centre of Sydney, up to Circular Quay, which is on the loop at the top there. This was that's right. So these two lines, L2 and L3, came along in 2019, 2020. They pedestrianised George Street. These things, each of them they are massive trams. They're double coupled. Each of them is longer than the largest tram I've ever seen. So they're double length. They run each line every few minutes. So in the core, you've got very, very frequent. And the street is basically, it's a light rail and pedestrian and cycle route through the heart of Sydney, which is reinvented.
This is, it's worth momentarily pausing to say this is why trams are very good, is that unlike buses, which allow you to kind of justify keeping the street as it is, trams allow you to completely rethink an urban space, and they often require, if not enable, provide the political space to enable pushing private motor traffic out of an area and massively improving the quality of urban spaces. And yeah, so transformative for Sydney's kind of central business district. Major benefits.
Absolutely, and I will again give credit to that same government, that same Conservative government, who actually did push that through. It was quite remarkable that they did that. The next one, probably the biggest, was Metro City, which opened last year, which is the extension of the Metro North through the heart of the city, through a number of brand new stations down to Sydenham.
So that's this bit down here to Sydenham.
Down to there, that's exactly right. So that has opened a number of new stations, one station of which is called Waterloo, you might be interested to know.
Yes.
And that has the architectural wonder, frankly. And it has actually taken passengers away from some of the previously existing rail lines. It's much quicker.
Yep.
But
that's good. That's fine because it frees up space. Exactly. Yeah.
Exactly right. So that is. So that's been fantastic. Next is Parramatta Light Rail, a whole new light rail system out again at Parramatta, the red line sort of.
Oh yes, here
to the west there. That opened late December last year. Again, through the second hub of the city, connects hospitals, commercial districts, and takes over an old rail line up to Carlingford, the bit that goes north. That used to be a heavy rail line. It's now a light rail line. I'm not always a big fan of that, but I've got to say that's a pretty impressive operation there too, and they've done it very well. One of the things I like about that, there is a station on there called Tramway Avenue. And it's called Tramway Avenue not because of this tram, but because of the previous generation trams that used to run there. So in some ways, there was a tram. That might be it. It was closed decades and decades and decades ago, and there's a tram again there. It's wonderful. First stage of that opened late last year. The second stage, which will go to Olympic Park, which is just to the east of Tramway Avenue.
Yes, going down here.
That will open in 2028. So that's been committed to, and construction is now underway.
And that's nice because that gives you a link. That gives you links from other. It provides those additional links. Density of passenger network is always good. Give people choice. Right.
And that right there is the site potentially for one of the major urban redevelopments. The Olympic Park thing itself spurred an urban redevelopment, but there's more right there. The next one will be Metro Southwest, which is a further extension of the previous Metro West across to Bankstown. That was a former heavy rail line that closed last year for conversion to Metro. So that will be integrated into that first Metro. It'll be that U-shaped line. That will open in 2026. That's well advanced. So people in that, and that's a fairly well established but lower socioeconomic, although not cheap area, and that will be fairly transformative, I think, for that area. And there's another metro out to the west there to what's called Aerotropolis. That's going to be Sydney's second airport there, which will connect that to St Mary's on the regular network. And that airport is going to open soon. And that metro will open in 2027, and that will be so you can see there's a very flavour of metros here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Although ironically or strangely, the other metros, it's going to have a different voltage to the other. I don't know why. Anyway, they've chosen a different system.
Strange, but anyway, well.
And perhaps bigger than all of that, there's Metro West, which will be 2032, which will go west from the city to Parramatta, which will parallel which runs just
so from Hunter Street, is that right?
Yeah, that's
exactly right. Does down here, and then through Olympic Park, connecting into that light rail system as well, and then
exactly right.
Does it actually connect into Parramatta, or is it to connect just?
It will connect. Well, it's really easy walking distance.
Okay, yeah.
It's only one block.
So there's this system kind of going through, and
That's right. And a lot of that is old industrial things. When the harbour was Sydney Harbour.
I was going to say it's coast, it's areas that are likely to be good for redevelopment, good for growing the city, but crucially, transit-oriented development. So positive stuff.
That's exactly what that is. So you can see there's a lot of development going out for the next 30, 10, 20, 30, so next 7 years. There's a lot of stuff underway. And a lot of those are already holes in the ground
and it's worth reminding people, these are Brisbane, Sydney. These are absolutely enormous cities, multi-million population cities. And the way that you keep those cities alive is by you never have a moment when there isn't new transit being built. That's just how it works. Either the city continues to live, evolve, grow, and transit has to keep up.